achieved.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Studio Day Heffrey. Today we will be doing some Doomsday Prepping with the Dallas Cowboys, and in the spirit of that, I have my Doomsday Fu Manchu mustache rocking. I was watching golf yesterday because we don't have any other sports. I was watching golf, and I saw Brooks Koepka with his big old bushy mustache, and I saw Ricky Fowler rocking the Fu Manchu, and then I got bored in a break during the radio show, so I created a Fu Manchu. It won't be here long, don't worry. I don't want to look like Joe Dirt, but I also like to have fun, you know? Whatevs. All right, check it out. We got a few things we're going to do today. One, we're going to stop trying to trade my wide receivers, okay? Thank you. Two, we are going to do a little doomsday prepping with the Cowboys. I like to doomsday prep. You should see the things I've got in the backyard just in case it goes down. Do I have an underground bunker that I built with plastic shovels that I got? You know, like when you go to the beach with a kid or a toddler and they carry their little plastic bucket with their little plastic. Yeah, I used one of those little plastic shovels to build a doomsday underground bunker in the backyard. I am prepared for doomsday. I'm ready. I've also got a turret that I can mount to the roof of the house in case of zombie apocalypse. So I'm ready. And then we got some other things too. Obviously, as usual, make sure youtube.com/Jeff Kavanaugh that you are subscribed to the page and you have the notifications turned on, the little bell, ding, so you don't miss a video. And check 1053thefan.com every day. I will pull content out of the comments. So put in the comments what you want to talk about tomorrow. I'll be around this weekend. I'll keep doing the videos. Got a little momentum going, a little sports momentum going. So I'm here for it. So leave it in the comments what you want to talk about tomorrow. And also to Dennis Cordson, he said, why are Pop-Tarts legal? Because they're good. You know, if there's one thing I won't handle or I won't tolerate, it's slandering of breakfast foods that I never eat. The Pop-Tart is a quality invention. Now, the Pop-Tart is not good unless you toast it a little bit and slap some butter on top, and strawberry's obviously the best flavor. The toaster strudel, also outstanding. The thing about the toaster strudel, though, is like every other food that comes with icing, there's not enough icing in there for the toaster strudels. I haven't had either of these items in a decade, but I remember these things. I'd use the entire icing packet on one toaster strudel. And so now you just got one naked toaster strudel, and who wants that? So Cowboys is what this video's about, duh. Let's see. We'll start with Doomsday. This is from my buddy David Darmani on Twitter. I'm at JC1053 on Twitter. Broadcasting on your home of the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? David's a friend of mine. I've played Diablo with David. I've had a cold beer with David. I want to have a cold beer with all of you once we're allowed to. Are we allowed to? Kinda? Sorta? He said, hey, what I want is a doomsday prep episode. Aside from the quarterback, who can this team not afford to lose? We're all feeling good, but what are some of the ways the season can go into the crapper? First of all, thank you for all your optimism, David. Nothing quite like negative Nancy to start off a Friday. Well, you said aside from quarterback, but obviously Dak would be number one. Even though you have a capable backup, Dak is gone, you can't win the Super Bowl. The end. Thanks for stopping by. After Dak, Doomsday, I'll go Tank Lawrence. And I know, guys, he only had 5 sacks. I know. Bunch of haters out there. I know how it goes. I'll go Tank Lawrence because as we talked about yesterday, I don't know who the second best defensive player on this team is. And whoever it is, it's not as good as most teams' second best defensive player. So if you lost that best one, that's what happened to the Cowboys a year ago. The drives when you're like, oh, they can't stop the run. Man, they can't get home on third down. What they had in common is Tank wasn't on the field. Those were when Tank was, and this is every player, so don't try to kill Tank for this, but when you're playing between 60 and 70% of the snaps, and then a drive starts, and it's like, all right, this is your series off, and then they just go, whee, and march right through the Cowboys defense. So Tank Lawrence I will put as number one outside of Dak Prescott. Number two, I really thought my chair was in lock mode. It's not in lock mode. I can go recline. Number 2. Receivers, their biggest strength position right now, but probably Amari Cooper. You know, I'm as big a CeeDee Lamb believer as there is in all the land. I'm going at Gavin Dawson on the show every day. I told him that he's going to have the better next 5 years than Amari Cooper, who's already an established number 1. That's a lot of faith from somebody in a guy. But as a rookie, I don't want the receiving core to go from overwhelming strength to Gallup, CeeDee, and Cedric Wilson or whatever. So Amari Cooper is a candidate right behind Tank. Gosh, he might go in front of Tank. Offense is more important than defense, guys. Cowboys are going to be defined by how they play offense. I'm going to give you all the names, and then we'll put them in order. Doomsday Prep. Who could doom the Cowboys season? Dak, and then the names I would choose between: Tank Lawrence, Amari Cooper, Lyle Collins, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin. Because that's got to be the strength. Protecting the quarterback, opening the running lanes, scoring, being a top 5 points per drive scoring team, maybe a top 3 points per drive scoring team. That is the focus of the Cowboys. That's how you're going to win. That's how you have a chance to win the NFC East, and that's how you have a chance to win the Super Bowl. So the guys most responsible for that, I guess, I'm going to move Tank down. So I'm going to go, Dak's not allowed, but Dak. Amari. Tyron. Lyle Collins, Zach Martin, Tank Lawrence. In order. That's who could ruin the season. Again, thanks for your positivity, David. Really appreciate it on a Friday. Okay, next. Where's the guy who was trying to trade my wide receiver? Jay King, by the way, said, would you rather swim in a pool of ketchup or mayonnaise? Ketchup. Because mayonnaise, much like ranch, is disgusting. And if any of you eat it, you should probably be arrested. But not have to do hard time. Just kind of go through the arrest process, the booking, and then you can go home. Let me see here. Come on. I got to find okay, here it is. This is from Nathan. And you know when I pull out the microphone, this is when I'm getting serious. Nathan says, I don't think this is crazy, but I want your opinion. If a team in next year's offseason offers a first-round pick for Michael Gallup, are you doing it? Gallup's going to get paid top dollar by a team, if not by the Cowboys. Thoughts? Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop trying to trade my wide receivers. Here's the thing about the Cowboys wide receivers. 1, it's the best thing they have, so stop trying to screw it up. 2, this is not a question for next offseason. It's a question for 2 offseasons from now. Because 2 offseasons from now, Amari Cooper will have $0 guaranteed dollars left on his contract. Michael Gallup's contract will be up. So you'll have options. 1, do I want to pay Michael Gallup and keep him around? And can we afford to have first-round pick CeeDee Lamb making his money, Amari Cooper making his money, and Michael Gallup making his new contract money? Do I want to pay Michael Gallup? 2, Amari Cooper, guaranteed money is up. I could trade him and take no hit. He's under contract. I could trade him to somebody and get a return that way. Those are the options. And that is 2 years away. So stop trying to trade my receivers now. Stop trying to trade them a year from now. This is a later conversation. It is 2 years away. In 2 years, we can talk about trading wide receivers. Until then, leave me alone. First round pick, though? It's pretty good. That's pretty good. No, stop trying to trade my wide receivers. Cut it out. Michael Gallup's my guy. I picked him. I had a pizza party for Michael Gallup. I think I still have to have another pizza party for Michael Gallup. Leave my guy alone. How high is this first-round pick, though? We're talking like the 13th overall pick? Can I take the top receiver in the draft? Just start the rookie clock over again on a contract? No, leave me alone. But seriously, how high is the pick? Okay. What was the other stuff I wanted to do today? There was other things. There's a lot of other things. People left things in the comments. And when people leave things in the comments, I like to talk about the things. What's the most you think the Cowboys could receive trading Zeke, hypothetically? That is from Sal. Nothing. He makes a ton of money. People don't trade for running backs to make a ton of money. Unless Bill O'Brien wants to have a 3-headed monster. Like, Bill O'Brien might do that. He's trading DeAndre Hopkins and thinking that taking on old David Johnson in his contract is a win somehow. But Bill O'Brien has no idea how to build a football team. He's terrible at it. He's the worst. So, no, realistically, I'd have to look at his contract to see how much dead money you'd be eating and all that stuff. And if somebody just had to pay his base salary to take him on, what could you get for Zeke? Maybe a third-round pick? Maybe. Makes a lot of money. Most teams in the league just wouldn't pay a salary. They'd be like, no, we don't want to pay a running back that salary. So that's the trouble you would run into if you tried to trade him. Are there teams that would rather have Zeke than their running back? Sure, for sure. But a lot of teams would just be like, no, why would we pay a running back that much? We just picked a guy in the 4th round. So there's that. Let's see here. Freddie said moving Connor Williams to center for the year and McGovern to left guard while Badass, it's Tyler Biadasz, I believe, gets ready for the center spot next year. If you're going to move a Connor to center, I would think it would be McGovern, not Williams. Connor Williams has been playing left guard. Connor McGovern started an entire year at Penn State and was all-conference, might have been all-American. Connor McGovern could play center. Connor Williams, they talk about that position flex, and they've worked him there a little bit, but I would rather have the guy that's played a bunch of games there and played at a high level, and that's Connor McGovern. So let's see. The center competition is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. That's one of the fun things about the team this year. The depth at corner, the depth at defensive end, the depth on the offensive line, battling for all these spots. Going to be good to watch. Be locked in. I'll take care of you. I do have a bunch of other questions, but I also have a brunch date with Jared Sandler. I think he has a YouTube page now. Check it out. So I have to go. But leave in the comments what you want to talk about tomorrow, and I've still got some leftover stuff. Andrew and Corey and Timothy and LaRon and Brian. I see you guys. I see your questions. Ollie, Austin, Rich, Julio, Mike. A lot of stuff. So we'll get to it tomorrow. We'll have weekend editions of Studio Day Heffrey for you. Keep it locked right here for your Cowboy news. Make sure you're subscribed and in the comments what you want tomorrow. And I will catch you guys on the radio here in a bit, all right? I love you guys.